Yes, boys, today's video, the only self-improvement routine you will ever need. I guarantee once you watch this video, you will have a routine that you can lock in for the rest of your life. And the reason I know this is because I've tried every single routine. I know what works, I know what is bullshit, and I'm going to break this down and explain my level of thinking behind things so you can use it to your advantage and have a routine that gets you better every day and allows you to chase your goals and make 2025 your bitch. So, without further ado, we will get stuck in. Now, first slide I want to talk about is, why do you need a self-improvement routine? What's the actual point? Now, the first thing that I like to think about is, very simply, is if you are not pushing, you are falling. This is a quote that stuck with me. And it's from this very video here. This is a scene from Power, Book 2, Ghost, if anyone's watched it. And it's involves Tariq and Tommy, the little prick. And I'll just let you watch it now. I'll put this in the video.
Don't kill me! What the fuck?
I killed motherfuckers for less.
Don't stop me, please! Please! Uncle Tommy, what are you doing, man? Please, put me down, man. Please.
Did you fucking feel that? This is the game. Every fucking moment of your life, if you ain't pushing, you falling. I didn't want that for you.
Right there. That quote for some reason just stuck with me. It just sat in my head for ages, and it's literally just kind of shaped the way I think about things. If you are not pushing, you are falling. If you are not getting better every single day, then you are going backwards, and you're just going to get worse and worse and worse, which is why every single day you must have some sort of routine that allows you to improve, allows you to get better as a person, and that way you push forward and you move the needle, you get closer and closer to your goals. Because remember, if you are not pushing, you are falling. If you can take one thing from this video, remember that. And realize it's the small wins that build your character and self-confidence. The same way doing something you're not supposed to be doing and you know is bad for you every single day will make you weaker and will cripple your self-confidence and make you just anxious and feel terrible. The small wins, the things that you know will make you better on a consistent basis, will just improve you and build your self-confidence to the point where your self-belief is exactly where it needs to be and anything is possible, which is one of the key reasons why you need a self-improvement routine. There's also the stat that if you work out basic maths, if you improve by 1% every single day, you will yield a 37x return, meaning if you on January 1st, if you just aim to be 1% better and you do that every single day, which is not a lot, just 1%, you will be 37 times better, which is a 3,700% return on a yearly basis. It's a pretty fucking big return for a 1% habit improvement every single day. It just goes to show how small things really, really do compound. And if you compound that on a yearly basis, think about that. If you're 37 times better at the start of next year and you keep going, what happens then? I'm not going to work out the math for you, but you can do that yourself and figure that out. And it just comes down to constantly striving to be better. And I think this is pretty much why we're all put on this earth, to just see kind of what is possible, push the limits and see what is truly capable of ourselves. That's kind of what way I think. And I believe it's just a really, really good way to live your life. A really good analogy as well is that you do not know what you do not know, and constantly getting better, constantly learning more things, constantly trying to improve allows you just to know more, educate yourself and put you in a position to then potentially help others and live a much better life because you're constantly learning and constantly developing. Not to mention how organized and enjoyable your life is. Once you have structure and once you have a routine that allows you to consistently improve, your life not only becomes enjoyable, but it becomes organized because you know exactly what you're doing, you have a routine, and it's easy to stick to. So if you haven't got one already, I would highly recommend implementing a self-improvement routine. But don't worry, the next few slides will tell you exactly how to do so. So we will get stuck into that. Now, let's talk about the key components of a powerful routine. I believe you just need 4 wins, 4 very simple wins. 1, for your mindset and your growth, so your education. Second of all, your physical. You need a quick win, whether that's throughout the day or in the morning routine, to make sure that you're physically getting better. That could be going to the gym and lifting more. That could be doing, a little bit more with your cardio. Specifically, I'm going to talk about the morning routine to set up the day. So a physical win is just something to kind of get you progressing and get you feeling good, get the blood flowing, all of that shit. Next, mental and spiritual. So realistically, you want something that's going to allow you to process your thoughts and have a clear mental space and have a clear mind. Journaling is a perfect example. And finally, you want something that's going to allow you to reaffirm your goals and get towards them, get closer to them, and plan out the day, which is why I believe a morning routine, a very simple routine, should consist of these 4 wins. I believe that's all you need, in my opinion. And then you can do the final step, which is the most important, which is get to work. Because I'm a big believer in routine. I think that you need this to improve your life 100%. But most people just create this stupidly long routine that takes them 3 hours. And if anything, it's just distracting you from what you know you need to be doing. The thing that's actually going to move you forward is the work, the stuff that you know you need to do. So don't distract yourself and, pat yourself on the back because you're doing all this stuff. It's good. It makes the work more enjoyable and it makes the work better. But without the work, it's fucking pointless. So you want to make something very, very quick and easy. And I'm going to give you an example of my go-to morning routine. Now, this is on a good day. On a good day, we'll wake up 5, 6 a.m. Sometimes I go to bed late. I prioritise my sleep. I might change this to 7 or 8. Depends on the day. But in an ideal world, we're waking up 5 to 6 a.m. First thing I do, no matter what, I will hydrate. I'll grab this bottle and I'll probably have around half of it, so 750 mils to a litre. Put some salt, some electrolytes in that. I then take all my supplements and then I'll do 50 press-ups. That's my physical win for the morning. Just gets the blood flowing, gets me feeling good, and I don't really want to do the 50 press-ups, so I feel a lot better for it. I then go and read 5 to 10 pages. I'm currently reading this book here. It's absolutely brilliant. The Wealth Money Can't Buy. And I read 5 to 10 pages without even looking at my phone. My brain is fresh, blood is flowing after the 50 press-ups, and I'm learning more and getting stronger as a result. I then take my lovely W.H. Smith journal and write 2 or 3 pages of whatever's in my head, whatever I'm thinking, just to kind of brain dump and just kind of assess where I'm at the moment, what I want to do for the day, what's going wrong, what needs improving. And I guarantee continuous journaling will honestly just give you mental clarity. And once you have mental clarity, everything becomes a lot easier. This has really, really changed my life. So that's kind of what I would do in terms of a mental spiritual win. You could change that to meditation, whatever you'd like. But for me, journaling. And then finally, I will go over my action list and plan my day. I have a lovely whiteboard where I write 5 to 6 tasks per day I want to do. I go through them, prioritise which one I'm going to do first, which is the frog, which is the hardest one, and I tackle that first. And then I get to work. However, that's how I started my routine. Bear in mind, I've changed this routine loads and loads of times. So when I wanted to get into the habit, this is how I did things. Now this is just pretty second nature to me. I do this without even thinking. But I have implemented a new routine, which is, includes the same things. But what I do is I do what's necessary first, and I try and get to work even quicker. I would not recommend this if you're just starting out and building a routine. I would just go through this routine first. But eventually, once you've got it in the bag, it's part of your habits. You can start to alter it just based on kind of self-review and what works best for you. And what I found works best for me is doing what's necessary. So I will obviously wake up in the morning and I do the physical. I need to hydrate. I need to have my supplements. I need to do my press-ups. It makes me feel good. I then need to plan my day. I need to know what's happening now. Like I need to understand, right, what's my first task? What do I need to tackle? And then I get to work. The reason why, because although this is important, I believe it is so much better once you've got a win under the belt. And the win for me is just doing the first task. For example, on Monday, I get every single one of my clients to do their check-in on Sundays. So what that means is on Monday morning, I have all the check-ins. It takes quite a long time. I do have to do a lot of them on Tuesday and Wednesday as well. But I try and hit the bulk of them on Monday. And I'll probably set around an hour or 2 to do that. It's the most important task. It needs to be done. People need to know what they're doing for the week. I need to give them their feedback. I need to tell them exactly what they need to be doing. And it's the hardest task for that day, to be honest. It needs to be done. So what I do is I do that and I get it done. And the rush I feel once I wake up at 6 and that's done by 8 and I go down for my coffee and have my breakfast, I feel amazing. Then I treat myself with a little break and then I read my book. And then I journal after with the knowledge that I've kind of gained from the book and the clarity that I have knowing that I've completed that important task. And I even reflect on the task in my journal and say, how could we have done that better? For me, that really, really works. I then go have my shower, go for my steps. Amazing start to the day. That's really one amazing way to do things. I believe one of the best ways to improve your mindset is just become an action taker and eat the frog. If you can eat the frog, you will always get better. So that's kind of my idea of a powerful routine. Highly recommend. Create your own using these components, but that's what I do. Now, what should you do to make the routine stick? I'm very good with habits, in my opinion, so I think I can give some good information on this. I've read Atomic Habits a long time ago, so a lot of the information is very similar. But number one, don't make the routine long. The minute you add friction to your life, the harder things become. This would be your biggest mistake. How difficult is the routine to stick to for the person who has to do an ice bath and then meditate for like fucking half an hour, and then read a whole chapter of a book, and then go for a run, and then have his shower, and then have his breakfast, and then plan his day, and then probably do something else. It's like, it takes 1 hour, but mine takes 5 minutes, mate. And I've done my important task before you're still fucking meditating. And it's just like, don't make something long that does not need to be long. The reason we're doing this routine is to improve and get to our goals quicker. But the real way of getting to your goals quicker is doing what you know you should be doing, and that's the work. So always review and understand why you're doing things. That's why journaling is so important. You can just spot little mistakes you're making on a constant daily basis. And one, I made that mistake ages ago. I don't ever make it again. Another key point of journaling: like, write down your mistakes and just don't make them again. Simple as that. And the big mistake people make is just making a routine long. If you make something long, it's hard to stick to, and you won't stick to it, and therefore you don't get the long-term benefit. Maybe you get a short-term win, but it's just stupid. It's like going to the gym for the first time and you go for 3 hours. Like, who wants to go to the gym for 3 hours, 6 days a week? Like, you're not going to do it. Build it up slowly and find out what works for you. Iterate, get better. Sorry, lads. Need to turn that down. And make it really, really easy. If you create unnecessary friction, your life will become harder and you won't be able to stick to it. It's like, I always talk about this with water bottles. If you want to hydrate and you want to drink more water, then get a larger bottle so you only have to fill it up 2 to 3 times to hit your goal. If you get the smallest bottle, then you're filling it up 9 times. There's now friction. Now you have to get from your desk and go to the sink, and you have to do that multiple times. It's silly. Don't do that. That's number one. Second, make it easy to follow and make sure you get to work as soon as possible. I discussed this. Action is everything. The thing that will really, really improve your self-confidence is doing what you say you're going to do. Never, ever go to bed with a to-do list, with tasks on your to-do list that, you said you were going to do and you don't do it. That cripples you. And a long, stupid routine will do that because it has good intentions. It's there to improve you, but actually what it does is distracts you. It's paralysis by analysis. You're just sitting there planning and thinking, but you're not doing the thing that actually matters. Action. Remember, outwork your self-doubt. If you are worried, if you want to be doing something, if you want to get somewhere or kind of work on this goal, the thing that's going to get you there most is just fucking action. So you need the routine to get you to get to that point where you're thinking clearly. But don't let that routine, destroy you. Don't be a slave to your routine. It's silly. Now, when first starting the routine and trying to get to that point where it's second nature, a really good way of doing it is notes. So what I would do is just pin a note and just say routine tracker, and then just put 5 to 10 pages, early wake up, 50 press ups plus supplements plus hydration, 3 pages journal, put checklist. So you put a little checklist on each 4, pin that to the top, and every single day you just tick it off. There's a nice bit of satisfaction when you tick 4 things off. You can do it on Notion as well if you prefer that. And then it will just become ingrained in you. It says you need 30 days to make a habit. Just do that for 30 days and you don't even have to do that anymore. I just do it because I know it makes me feel good. So I just make sure I do it without fail. And if you do that, you'll never miss a day. You just never miss a day for 30 days, and you'll never miss a day for the rest of your life. Guarantee you. And even if you do miss a day one day, it doesn't matter. It's too ingrained in your routine. So that's kind of how I would make things stick. And there's some good kind of tenets and components you can use to actually build your own habits and use that to your advantage. So if you're struggling with sticking to a routine, use those tips. And finally, what are the actual benefits? Why am I waffling about a whole self-improvement routine? Is it even necessary? With this woke culture, a lot of things seem like bullshit, and I do believe a lot of people chat shit on Instagram and all this, that you need X and you need to do this. You don't need to do anything, to be honest. This is kind of what I do, and it helped me, so it might help you. But here are the benefits of what a good routine does, and I'll explain each vividly. Now, number 1, increase productivity and focus. The goal is work, right? The goal is to do the action that will get you towards your goals. So if you're creating a routine that is going to give you mental clarity, it's going to make you smarter, it's going to make you feel physically good, and it's going to make you feel mentally good, then the work will be better. Your output will be better. Compare that to just not doing those things. You'll be slower. So it's like if you can do something, it's like if you could drink something or like take a drug that would make your productivity 2 to 3 times as quick, like you do it, right? Well, that's what the routine is. That's what a 5 to 10 minute self-improvement routine every day is. So that's the short term, right? Much better work. Not to mention the enhanced self-discipline and confidence. Like I said, when you get a physical win, when you get 1% better every single day, you become stronger. And you get exponentially stronger because you keep compounding. You keep knowing that you're getting better and better and better. And it becomes very, very difficult after a prolonged period of time to keep getting better and better and not become more confident. If you keep getting stronger, not only you see physical results, you see mental results, but you see action and progress in your life. Like, come on, you're gonna feel like the man. You're gonna feel fucking confident, and that's why having this routine is so important. Such a little thing that can change your life. Just as if you were to do bad things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, such as waking up and going on your phone every single day and lying in for an hour, or having that beer after work because you're tired when you know you shouldn't, or doing just things that are putting you backwards, you know, that's going to just eat away at you and just make you deep down know, like, right, I'm not really that serious, am I? And it's just like the opposite is what happens when you focus on a routine that improves you every single day. You get stronger and stronger and stronger, and as a result, you become more confident. One of the biggest secrets, so use that to your advantage. You also become a lot clearer when you spend time on your own every morning to think and journal and read. The mind is empty. You've just woken up, and you know, you take time to process your thoughts. You become very clear. Something I've noticed. I kind of understand myself like the back of my hand. I know what's going wrong. I understand what's the next steps to fix things. I understand what's going well and how to keep those things going well. And all of that comes from just a solid routine. Not to mention constant improvement, Kaizen, and the kill the clone theory. I spoke about this kill the clone theory. I learned it from Ollie Marchand, great lad. He spoke about every single night when you go to bed, you are faced with the clone, the version of you from yesterday when you went to bed. And you have to ask yourself, would you beat that person in a fight? If the answer is no, then you did not get better. But if you did everything in your power to get better, and you can rest peacefully, knowing that you focused on killing the clone and improving. And if you have this mindset and you do this on a day-to-day basis, and you get stronger and stronger and stronger, and you get better and better. And what happens if you get 1% better? 37x return on a yearly basis. And it's just the small things. If you win enough days, you win the week. If you win enough weeks, you win the month. If you win enough months, you win the year, and so on and so on. That's the beauty of a routine. And just doing something to get you 1% better just keeps making you stronger. And another thing people don't talk about is when you have a big goal, which I hope everyone does here. If you're watching my videos, you got to shoot for stars. I've got fucking big goals, and I hope you guys do. If you have big goals, your actions must align with the vision. If you don't, then something in here in the back of your head, your subconscious, will not be working for you, because it knows deep down you're doing things that are swaying you from the path. However, if you are implementing a routine that is consistently getting you better every single day, you will get to your goal because your actions align with your vision. You will become stronger. You will become more confident. You will know who the fuck you are. It doesn't matter if someone criticizes you or says something, that hurts people who aren't confident in themselves. When you know that you do everything in your power to get better on a daily basis, you have self-confidence, and anyone who says you are not who you are, fuck them, because you know you are, because you do it on a consistent basis. That is the biggest life hack. And the reason why is because self-belief is what gets you to where you want to be. If you believe in yourself when no one else does, and you do the things regardless of the outcome or if things are going wrong, you just truly, truly believe, then you have probably one of the greatest assets that no one can ever take away from you. And this is something I've learned in business, in the gym. You have to believe in yourself more than anyone ever else will. People will believe in you, but if you don't believe in yourself, it will never ever work. And you have to be working on that every single day, and this is exactly how you do it. So, those are the benefits. Those are how you stick to a routine. That is the routine I use and why you should have one. And I hope that was very, very useful. If you do have any questions, please let me know. But other than that, that's today's video, boys. Hope that was useful. And if you are wanting some help with this, do let me know. Drop it in the comments. If you want to see different types of content or similar types of content, please do let me know. But other than that, I will leave you to it. It's time to head to the gym. All the best. Catch you on the next one.